I know many people, they are searching for sleeping, for meditation music, for beta waves and theta waves. I know you got a very good solution to help people go to the beta wave and theta wave, right? Before you answer, please subscribe our channel and press the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up. We got many new videos for you every week. Yes.
Well, yeah, this is a very interesting
Talking
subject.
about Dr. Cousin.
Listen, I'm not a brain scientist. I don't have... actually, reading up a little bit to remind myself where all this stuff comes from, the science of brainwaves, understanding what they are and what they do, is very recent. And it's only with the advent of is it EEG, isn't it?
Yeah, EEG put on the head.
You know, you must have seen, viewers, these experiments where they put the little whatever they are all over the head. It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie, and they're measuring the electrical impulses in the brain. And what are brain waves? Very, very, very simply. Please, if you want a real detailed scientific explanation, then don't ask me. Go to a better source.
Bye.
But it's basically what you need to know, really, as far as this is concerned, is that it's the way that electrical impulses in the brain gather together in waves.
Yes,
you know,
many people look in the solution to help sleep.
And we're talking here about there's a number of elements that work here.
Yes.
Most especially is this notion of resonance. It's the way that when we play these instruments like the gong, singing bowls are the ones that we want to talk about here, particularly the gong. It's the way the resonance of the sound waves of the gong interact with the human body, and specifically here we're talking about the brain and the waves in the brain, and they can take you from the scientists came up with these Greek letters of the alphabet to distinguish the 4 states.
Brain waves.
And what we're talking about here is moving from a waking state, a kind of a normal what we're in now, what you guys are in now watching this, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're in the alpha state, but the beta state is the waking state. It's 14 to 20 hertz. Those of you who know your frequencies, that's a very, very low frequency of brain wave. Perhaps some of you are relaxed already. Perhaps you're kind of really, really in a relaxed state watching this video, which means that you'd be in an alpha state, 18 to 30 hertz. But what I think many people...
Hertz, what does the hertz mean?
Well, this is a measurement of frequency. So this is just a measurement of what are waves. Waves are like the wave.
1 second per vibration.
What waves, sound waves are like any other sort of waves. I mean, we think of waves, think of waves of the ocean. I mean, we're talking about the same thing really here. So it's just a measurement of waves.
Every second, how many times you vibrate, right? So that's hertz.
Exactly so. And there was a Mr. Hertz or a Dr. Hertz who invented
Thank you very much.
It's a measurement of sound waves. So the thing that you need to know here is that these measurements are very low, very low, beyond the realm of human hearing.
We couldn't hear this.
But anyway, let me just carry on through this Greek letters of the alphabet. So we started with beta, waking state, then moving lower frequency waves, alpha, relax. Some of you might be that already. When we start to play the gongs, the first thing that we really want to do in a gong bath, in a sound practice of any sort, with the singing bowls or anything similar, is to get people into a relaxed state from the waking to the from the beta to the alpha. But really our target, if you like, is theta. which is 4 to 7 hertz, very low.
Theta is a deep meditation and
dreaming sleep. Dreaming sleep.
Yeah.
So the thing is, viewers, every night when we go to sleep and we dream, we're in a theta dream state.
Yeah.
We're in a theta state. And when we're not asleep, this is the key difference. And this is a big bugbear of yours, I know, that it's when people come to Gordon bars and they go to sleep, they're not aware. They could be in a dreaming sleep, or perhaps they could even drop into a delta state, which is deep sleep, or kind of an unconscious sleep.
Very deep sleep, no dream.
And so you don't get the benefit so much of the heightened consciousness that you can. This is what people are looking for, who are really searching for this, and you can get this from gong bars. And this is the deep meditative state. When they put the EEG on, experienced meditators, Buddhist monks, you must have seen the pictures of them. That's where they find, these guys can get into the theta state just by meditating. And the scientists are always surprised by this. They think that it's not something that was achievable. The science, I think, is catching up with this stuff and putting kind of measurements around it. But the fact is that we as sound practitioners know that what's the other missing thing here? We always say this to our students. We're talking about frequency plus intention equals healing, takes us into this deep meditative space. And if we are actually putting intentions into this, very often with preambles in front of our gong bars, shruti songs, poems, chants, whatever it is. We were talking earlier about shamanic drama. A frame drum can often take us from alpha to theta, preparing us for this journey with the gongs.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we're looking for as sound practitioners, to get people into the theta state.
Yeah, and that's the reason why many people, they go to gong bars, they're easy in 5 seconds, not 5 seconds, in 5 minutes, they fall to sleep.
Well, this is your bugbear, isn't it? This is the thing that, I don't say it makes you cross, but it makes you frustrated, that you feel as though people are kind of missing out on the benefits of getting into a higher state of consciousness by kind of, I mean, there's the people, sleep therapists will say, there's great benefits from dreaming sleep. If you deprive people of sleep, it's very bad for their mental health and their physical health and all this. But I do think that you've got a point when you say it's frustrating when people don't remain conscious. There's a difference between being in a deep meditative state and a dreaming sleep. As far as I'm concerned, even if you measure the brain waves, it's a similar pattern. I'm convinced of it.
Yes, and so that's why it doesn't matter. A bit matter. A bit matter. People go to sleep during the gong bars, or people half sleep or awake.
Another thing.
But because gong is too powerful, it's kind of brainwash, right? So even people very agitated mind or very busy mind, they can find themselves slow down, go into the different zone, even they're awake. I think so.
I've got my own theory about this. I don't know if there's been any research on this. I don't think there has been, because as I say, the science in a way is slow to catch up on this, the natural phenomenon of this. But when you say you're frustrated, or you get frustrated by people going to sleep in the gong bar, we do make this distinction between theta and delta, and I wonder if people are dropping down out of the theta into the deep sleep, non-dream, and they're just kind of, what do we call vegging out, and they're just not aware, and they wake up, that was very nice, thank you very much, and they're not really even benefiting from dreaming, because when people go to gong puja. Now this is very interesting.
It's 15 minutes non-stop gonging.
Overnight.
Normally, yes, overnight.
Now, What do we do overnight? Generally, we go to sleep. What do we do when we're exposed to gongs? We try, as gong practitioners, and very often attendees, to get into a deep meditative state. So in both cases, you know, the Gong Puja is encouraging us into this state. And my own experience of this is that you kind of drift between dreaming sleep and a deep meditative experience during the Gong Puja. So I find, and it's really interesting the way that you kind of oscillate between the two, particularly if you're actually taking part in the Gong Puja and you're getting up and playing the gongs and then getting back down to sleep. It's very interesting that. And again, if you haven't been to a Gong Puja, or if you have, and you can share any experience along the lines that I've just described, drop us a line in the comments below.
Yes. And before we go, I got something to announce in Chinese. 我们从6月22号礼拜天是夏至，夏至是一年中间很特别的2个，冬至和夏至。夏至是一个能量转换，地球能量转换的时间。从那一天开始，我们每一个月都会有一天是线上的铜锣浴，再用你的行动设备，你的电脑或者家里面的智能的喇叭都可以收听。Gordon 这么好的我们铜锣浴。那如果你想要知道更多的讯息怎么参加的话，请看影片的这边。And this is a short clip that I shoot. You play the gong in Glastonbury 2019. Very short, but hope you enjoy it.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
We see you next time. Keep well. Bye for now.
Bye for now. Bye.